Hello, hello, and welcome back. We're here to do our story from our shuffle and pull from a few hours ago, from rabbit to attachment, or attachment. Now, we have Journey and Tornado also out on the table only because when I was putting down the voodoo and the attachment card, Journey was right there, and then I moved it over. I'm like, all right. And then, of course, Tornado was there, and then I had to flip the deck because I was just like, if I keep on, then I'm going to keep on. And I didn't want to keep going down the road. So the overall energy, the card that was on the bottom of the deck is the Mirror card, meaning that there is some kind of reflection going on here. Good news, right? I'm saying that because I don't have any other cards on the table as far as any kind of magic being done. I don't see the Magician. I don't see, other than the Voodoo, right? Someone trying to cause someone else pain and hardship and difficulty and whatnot, and it's clear someone was trying to attach that to someone's journey, causing tornadoes everywhere they went. Now, the tornado card can relate to the, what did it say? The central U.S. states like the upper Ohio, Kansas, Tennessee, Nebraska, I can't see the other ones. Oklahoma, wherever the tornado alley is. That's where tornadoes generally are, and it could pertain to someone who is there. Also Florida, parts of Florida. So we've got this rabbit on the table. Very high producer, quick starter, right? Someone who is quick, is fast. I said high producer. Could be a mother figure. Could actually be identified as being somewhat promiscuous or enjoys having adult time. Someone could be being accused of these kinds of things in the negative light of it. Granted, if someone likes to have adult time and they are participating in that safely and respectfully for everyone involved, then it shouldn't really matter if they enjoy doing it or not, right? That's their business. But anywho, whomever this person is being held under a microscope. Someone is taking a real close look at maybe the things that were said or the way that this person is. Or they could be one and the same, right? It could be either or. Now we've got the 7 card there, which is a spiritual number. Maybe this person was thought of or known to be quite spiritual. Maybe they're wondering if this person was just, going through the process of being spiritual. It could also indicate some finances with the 7, because on the slot machines you get 777 and then there's winnings there. So perhaps they're looking at how they're spending their money. What are they spending it on? Are they spending it on booze? Are they trying to hide how the money is being spent? We've got that bag card. Sometimes people will use that so they can go ahead and drink the alcohol in public without being harassed about it. But the funny part about that is that everybody knows that if there's a bottle-shaped or a can-shaped something inside of a bag that's in a bag, usually that indicates that they're just trying to hide what it is. So they're just trying to be able to participate in public. It's so funny that way, right? They think they're covering something, but it's like sticks out like a sore thumb. Maybe someone's doing that, whoever accused this person of being everything that she wasn't, or he, trying to accuse them of being something that they were not. A bag could also be, like I'm bagging on this person, I'm making fun of this person or whatnot. Maybe someone's making fun at the fact that maybe someone doesn't have the finances or they lost the finances because they're shedding that skin. Then we have the skunk card, a black and white animal that will defend itself when it feels threatened, right? It lets out some foul odor. So you don't mess with a skunk. As cute and cuddly as they are, and you think that, you don't, especially dogs, they think, oh, look at this cute little rodent. I'm going to go over and play with it. Let me go investigate. But if that skunk feels like that dog or whatnot is a threat to them, they are going to turn around so fast and psh, right? And their aim is quite good. So, just saying. Then we've got this monster. Perhaps someone went and tried to cover their dealings with someone, and they created quite a monster. We've got the monster here up in the corner. Maybe they're taking different parts of different stories and combining them into one person or one storyline. And this monster was just sitting here trying to protect itself. You can see this monster is pulling these hands down that are coming up, maybe even just to cup the monster's face, like, oh, you're so cute. And the monster is just like, no, I'm not having it. Or, on the other hand, the monster could be pushing the hands up to his face and saying, look how cute I am. I'm so cute. I'm nice. Like in the show that they had as far as the monsters. The Frankenstein character in that show was actually quite nice, and people were scared of him. The monster's thinking, wow, this really stinks. Then we've got the colon card. Again, when I pulled it out, colonoscopy. Someone may need to get a colonoscopy, or something may have happened while someone had a colonoscopy. It also is a punctuation that's used during a salutation when someone wants to write someone a letter or, show a form of respect. It is also used to make lists of things. So someone could be making a list of all of the thoughts that were spun, all of the thoughts that were looped around this individual, this independent meow, that maybe people were jealous of. Maybe no matter how people seem to want to spin things on this character or this person, they're able to detox the whole situation. They're able to clear it out of their system or their environment with no issues or problems. We have the pineapple, which is a sign of prosperity and fertility, if I'm remembering it correctly. It's welcome, hospitality, and friendship. So this person who's this meow, who they're doing all this damage to or talking about, who feels like they need to defend themselves, was always very welcoming, hospitable, they attracted friendships, super easy. Maybe this person had to detox from a friendship that wasn't so great. Maybe it was a toxic friendship and this person had to say, you know what, I can't be in this friendship anymore because it's not good for me. Let's see. That's if it's upside down. It signifies luxury and wealth due to its rarity in the, 16th to 18th centuries in Europe. It was considered a rarity. It was a symbol of high status. In the Chinese, it's a luck coming your way, a gift of the Chinese New Year. It's a good gift for the Chinese New Year. It also can connect to Taiwan, Malaysia, Southeast Asia. It's about prosperity and wealth. The pineapple actually comes from South America between Brazil and Paraguay, so it could have a reference to those individuals. It's a tropical plant, sweet edible fruit inside, and a tough leathery skin, crown of green leaves. So someone could actually be even gaining their crown here, and they're just newly discovering the fact that they do have quite the gift to attract love and friendship and family and whatnot. And maybe they are realizing that this was the cause of the whole issue or problem because there was someone in the mix that was a little bit jealous of that. Perhaps this person gain some, as we were talking about the 7, considering the cat is right underneath the 7, which would definitely gain some kind of independence. It's right above this new egg that would have given them a new avenue, a new life, a new cycle. So there could have been somebody in there, maybe a promiscuous person, who was jealous of this new beginning for this person, jealous of the fact that they were able to attract friendships with no issue, no problems, that they were welcoming, that they were loving, that they were giving, that their family loved them, that their family was happy. And this person put a lot of work into creating new sort of belief systems, or making it appear like this person had belief systems other than the norm. Belief systems is your core beliefs on what is right and wrong, what is true and false. So this person wanted to create this narrative that this person was actually just draining people for help. Like they didn't even need help. That they were wealthy, they had money, but they're going and they're helping, or they're trying to get help from different agencies and different people, claiming that they needed help, but they actually had a lot of money in the bank because they've got all of those finances and stuff up there, right? That they have no problem attracting money and wealth. But they were trying to drain other people for help. And so they wanted to go ahead and create this narrative or this belief system on this person who was just trying to survive. This person would actually go to agencies to ask for help because they needed help. They didn't have finances. They didn't have the money. They were probably even saying that they were using it to buy alcohol and skunk cannabis, right? So they did over and over and over again. They worked on creating this cycle of what's right, what's wrong. Maybe they had to go ahead and try to convince a ruler of some sort, a CEO or a business owner or whatnot, someone who's in a place of leadership. And they had to try to convince somebody of this narrative. And now they're taking this narrative, and because we've got the magnify and the ruler card, making a comparison, trying to determine what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, what is false. Someone who could be, who could come across or dress as a male and a female, depending on their mood or what they're wanting to portray that day. It could be someone who's two-sided, two-faced. Someone who's a friend in your face, but not a friend behind your back. Maybe they wanted to appear, with the illusion card, they wanted to appear that they weren't trying to speak bad about this person. They weren't trying to, I saw this, but I didn't want to believe that I saw that. I heard it, or I didn't want to believe that I heard it. They didn't want to spread negativity, but this is what I heard. Or on the flip side, it could be someone who's actually standing up for what is right. Sure, they were jealous at one point, right? The external, we've got the green crown here, we've got the green ripe, the external of the watermelon, but both know that the person is totally sweet on the inside. They're a totally nice person. They're responsible, they're a high producer, they're creative, they're actually good for business. They have strong belief systems as far as what is right and what's wrong. They're actually quite balanced. They wanted to have, create a second home for people who maybe needed a home, a place to relax. It could be that this person who's creating all of this drama and the tornado along the journey or whatnot, who's participating in the voodoo and trying to attach all these negative things, trying to put this person in the ground, maybe they're going into isolation. Maybe they're actually the puppet master of this whole get down. And it's truly, truly causing a situation where it's just rolling out of control. Now, the Rolling Stone is, of course, it's a musical group, but when I made the card, it was more about Papa is a Rolling Stone. You know, wherever he lands is what he calls his home. Maybe that's what this person is doing, is trying to make this cabin their home. They had to leave their real residence and go somewhere else. But it does go with Rolling Stone magazine, which is a magazine that has to do with music, musicians, politics, and popular culture. And it was started in San Francisco. So there could be a second home or a home in San Francisco. It could pertain to that city. It could pertain to maybe a group of people that's in that city. Heck, maybe the Papa, who is a Rolling Stone, resides in that city. Or maybe the house that was gifted. Maybe this person who passed away, because we have the rest in peace card, maybe this Rolling Stone character had a house up in San Francisco and it was supposed to be someone's peaceful place, a place where they could just get away and relax. This person could have been someone that was looked up to, like part of the family, well respected. But it appears that this home now, what if it's located in San Francisco or not, or if it's in the woods somewhere, or some kind of, maybe just even up north, is in really need of help. Maybe it's dilapidated, perhaps. Maybe it's attracting monsters now. It's attracting bugs and problems and issues. Maybe they were doing some kind of ritual in the house and now it's overrun by spirits causing problems. These people are being pestered by the fact that now they have to continue to defend themselves and their finances and their wealth. They're being asked now, where did it come from? I mean, it doesn't just show up, right? It takes time to get to produce. Can you show us where it came from? Can you show us how you made this money? Can you show us how, you came across this? They're really drilling them down for what their belief systems are. They're trying to uncover the toxic behaviors that may have gained them these finances. There's a lot of people trying to stay out of it now. At least 3 people who are trying to stay out of it. They're like, we don't know anything about it. But they do. Because they were part of the origin, the beginning of it. They were part of looping this person into a scenario they probably never wanted to be a part of. So now here they are stuck under the magnifying glass. When they've got the whole ringleader here, the one that's manipulating everybody, probably they're manipulating someone who had no clue. They were just, they were just there. They were doing what they were told. They could be just this big, nice teddy bear who you just want to go and cuddle with, who's now in the spotlight because they were part of this. Maybe they were told something about an individual and they were creating all these thoughts about how she was just, or he was just, someone that hopped around and just got around to everybody. When they're actually quite balanced with the bird, showing both male and female. They are internally balanced. They practice Zen. And they were quite a hard worker with coming up with all of these creative thoughts and ideas as far as trying to alleviate some of the stuff that they were going through. It was just a focus for them. Colon card and our person of balance on opposite ends. Maybe this person who's balanced internally has lists of all the things that they have come across. Heck, maybe they just want to go bowling. Doesn't that look like a bowling card? And I just noticed it kind of has 8 around it. All around. Maybe the year 86 has something to do with it. Maybe someone is 86. Maybe August 6th has something to do with it. Funny enough, we've got our rabbit up there, and then we've got a rolling stone down here, confirming the fact that maybe they were just saying someone was just a hopper. They just hopped from one person to another person to another person. Interesting. Could be someone's papa who lives up north. Who was someone that was looked up to. Considering you've got the family card. But all in all, through it all, this person who's dead center in every single part of this reading, this independent individual with tried and true belief systems of what is definitely right and what is definitely wrong, or what is definitely true or what is definitely false, is right here smack in the center of the entire reading. And this person is going to continue to create, is going to continue to have thoughts on the matter, and is going to continue on their journey no matter what someone tries to attach to them, or no matter what kind of pain or issue that they try to cause them. Because even then, those things will always be transformed. This person is in the habit of reflecting on themselves, their actions, their beliefs, and the motivations even of others. And that's where they heal. That's how they detox. They know the meaning of the connection to a higher spirit. They know what that means. And that's where they reside. With that being said, make it a great day, and thank you for being here.